Oh, this is really pretty today. Hello, welcome to my sunset. We have some nice color in the sky. Pretty sunset. They were chemtrailing again, so we have all these lovely clouds for the sun to reflect off of and give us this beautiful sunset today. So, lovely sunset. Welcome to my sunset. It is, what time is it? 6:36. So I came a bit early, so this is our first sunset. I probably won't be on for the second sunset. I was walking on the trail today, had a lovely walk, completed my steps, so I'm very grateful that I was able to do that, but I'm really tired for some reason, so I am going to get in the festivities. It's night 5 for Hanukkah, for those of you who are celebrating. Happy Hanukkah. And when night has fallen, I'm going to go in and do my thing. I'm waiting for candles. So we'll see what happens. And have some lovely dinner. But it is a little bit colder. I noticed as soon as that sun, I think it was probably just under 80 degrees during the day, but as soon as that sun goes down, oh my goodness, it gets cold for me. So um, I'm I made a fresh pot of herbal broth because I know I didn't make it a couple of days ago, and I noticed my cough was getting worse. So I'm gonna stay true to the herbal broth until um, maybe just I'm 90% better, but I have this lingering cough, and the herbal broth seems to soothe that and make it better in about 24 hours incrementally. So I will continue my herbal broth until I'm pretty much 100%. So that's pretty much it. I was working today on I haven't updated the hypnosis series yet, but there is some content in there if you want to get started and take advantage of the pre-sale. That link is in the description, as well as the link to my free app that I created that guides you through inner work using Kabbalah and astrology and um, psychology and body work. And there's a dating component in there. It's a fantastic app. Check it out. It's free. But that is about it. I was working on understanding the physiological um, aspects of identity and manifesting and um, spirituality and all these things. And I think so. Nervous system regulation is starting to really become popular and be added into the repertoire of all kinds of metaphysical life coaching and things like that, and which is a fantastic thing because that's oftentimes the missing piece to the mystical journey is the body itself. I think for several generations, or for a long time, anyway, 1,000 years. I don't know if it's been that long, but for a long time, we've separated our understanding of the mystical and the body that we reside in here. And oftentimes people will go on mystical quests and journeys, and it doesn't include the body. You know, everybody wants to reject the body and separate from the body, but the body is how we interface in this reality, and so it's critically important to understand it. I was watching a video of somebody talking about overcoming a adverse situation and how breath work and um, different body practices was important for them in that process, but they too didn't really get into the depths of the how the body played a real pivotal role in their ability to overcome and ultimately um, really gain and manifest great things. It was their ability to regulate that nervous system that was key and critical. So I was looking at the video and dissecting it and looking at it and trying to understand uh, the importance of the body and what's needed to bring your body along in your manifestation and your spiritual journey and knowing yourself. Yes, we have a consciousness that's separate from the body, if you will, sort of. But the body is part of who we are in this reality, so it's really important to understand it, understand how to regulate it, understand how to bring it into alignment with the mind, with the consciousness. So, so yeah, I'm still going through it. I was using my app to do it because it understands how your astrological pattern plays into your body and your mind and your consciousness and all these things. So I was running this analysis through it and coming to a greater acceptance of how the body is so pivotally important in how we embody who we are, embody our authenticity. That word alone, embodiment, includes that body. It's not just attitudes and it's not just the consciousness, it is in how we manage our physical selves as well. And so just like I was looking at the analogy of video game players, you know, the video game player has to understand the game and the objectives of the game and all of that, but they also have to be damn good at that controller. So, you know, I think that's where I get hung up. I don't really like video games because I don't have proficiency with the controller. So that there is the disconnect. You know, if you don't have proficiency with that controller, no matter how well you understand the game, you're not going to have mastery of the game until you gain mastery of the controller itself. So the same thing with our um, existence here. You've got to master the body as well as the mind and bring those two things into synthesis so that you are the master of your domain. So that was my only thing that I had to add to for today, but I wanted to come live and keep consistent with my sunset sharing. This was a really pretty one, so I was happy that I was able to come live on time with this light. So the second sunset will probably kick in, but I'm gonna leave it there. Hi in the chat. Hi, Ghost Hunter. Very apropos name there. Welcome to my sunset. This is still pretty, even though it's faded from the brighter display we had just like 5 minutes ago. But welcome to the sunset. Hi, siblings adventures. Oh my gosh. I love the names. I love your names. I think that that was actually one of the things in the video was the adventure of life and the difference between shifting your perspective and seeing something as an adventure versus trauma. And a lot of that has to do with your agency. How much power do you have in choice? And that's where body mastery comes in a lot of situations. Not everything, but in a lot of situations. So welcome to my sunset, and thanks for hopping in. But I think I'm going to leave it there. Ooh, 11:11 was... No, we're about 11:11. Oh, let me shut it off right now. No, I won't. But thanks for hopping in. I am gonna leave it there because I've got to go and do some things on the inside. But um, if you want to comment on that, I know I get a lot of gamers into my chat sometimes. It'd be cool to get a comment about um, your take on, like, because gamers have a certain perspective. They're playing a game, they know their controller really well, they know that game really well. How does that compare with the game of life and understanding how to transition from mastering video gameplay to mastering the game of life in a similar fashion? But okay, well, I'll leave it there. Thanks again for hopping in. Check out my free app, link is in the description, and the pre-sale for the Identity Shifting Hypnosis series that I am working on. So, got a special pre-sale offer in there, and then I will be dropping the 3 sessions in one at a time, and they will get served to you as they come in. But that's it. Thanks again, and see you on the next one. Have a nice night. Good night.